Can someone explain to me like I'm 5 why we want crypto as a commodity rather than securities? I don't think I really understand what either really mean for the crypto space. I know Gary Gensler is trying to make every project securities, but why is that the death of crypto? I don't think I'm fully grasping the situation we're currently in, and I do like to try and be as informed as possible. I understand it puts regulatory stress on these coins, but don't get what that entails fully. Is it because they lose decentralization? This stuff also kind of stresses me out, as I'm sure it does a lot of you. Why's this Gary dude seem like he has a personal vendetta against crypto? He kind of seems like he's overreaching his power at the SEC. If they were securities, every crypto project would have to register, which is a long and costly process. It's also shoving crypto into a regulatory scheme not built for it. Some are commodities and some behave like securities. There are some that overlap. Securities are shares of an ongoing business with a team on senior managers tasked with making profits. Gigi is saying these cryptos are owned mainly by insiders, so they are illegal securities and they would need to be regulated. One regulation is that they submit financial reports. A commodity is fungible and just exists. Gold, wheat, lithium, crude. BTC is a commodity because SN has disappeared and has clearly no control of the coins. Also, why is ETH not part of the suit or apparently considered a security? But why is that the death of crypto? $1 trillion is no joke. Worst case scenario, crypto would live without the USA. Copy pasta. If crypto is deemed a security, it would mean that it would be subject to the same regulations as other securities. This could mean that crypto exchanges would need to register with the SEC, and that investors would need to comply with certain regulations when trading digital assets. It could also mean that certain cryptocurrencies would be deemed illegal, depending on the jurisdiction. Additionally, it could mean that crypto exchanges would need to comply with anti-money laundering and know your customer regulations. No rules means people play nasty and be extremely greedy and manipulative. People playing nasty makes me sad. To stop being sad, we need to make new rules. Seriously though, without any regulation or law, the scams will continue. It's all a grey area of the law and they try to embezzle and launder the money. Or die on a yacht. You get what I'm saying? I feel like we are in the Fire Festival stage of exchanges right now. Nice question, Op. Thank you for asking out loud. I thought I knew the answer, deep down, but I'm very grateful for the well thought out and educational replies. Crypto is like a toy commodity. It's more fun to play with, trade, invest when you don't have to worry about the grown-ups telling you what you can and can't security do with it regulations. Securities are heavily regulated. Crypto is mostly designed not to be centrally regulated. It's pretty simple, securities are more heavily regulated than commodities. Most crypto is 100. A security ICO was launched selling coins to fund operations, pay salaries, incentivize, and often create a war chest to pull from for future financial obligations. If it fails, create a new coin, rinse, repeat. Venture capital built on the back of people buying in the hopes of a profit through the work of others. Only a handful of coins do not apply. In most simple terms, SEC means Securities and Exchange Commission. If crypto are not securities, then SEC have to literally fuck off from us. Just be one of us and buy high and sell low. In the end, it's what has made this idiocy work for over a decade now. Bad man wants centralized control of decentralized money's baby boo-boo. Every premind or non-mined token is a security emo. They were all handed out by a central entity. They would have to show detailed financials in order to register, and most are pump and dump scams. Seems the biggest issue is by being classed as securities, the projects see more scrutiny from a system not designed for them. I personally think it's a good thing if we want crypto to be taken seriously. Too many shitcoins, stupid projects, regulatory oversight will only add value emo. Great question, Op. Regulate the hell out of it. I'm sick scammers. Gary isn't against crypto, he is against exchanges, particularly ones that are selling what he sees as securities. He has never made any overtures to go after crypto at large. It's not all that bad. Money launderers and tax dodgers just hate paperwork and a trail. I don't think 5-year-olds know what commodities and securities are. It's like having unlimited screen time, as opposed to 10 minutes a day and you're not able to play. The obvious part of it is regulations, of course. But the fact that these coins are claiming to be not securities yet are proven to be after SEC deems it to be so is definitely also bad for that specific coin. Crypto isn't actually valuable. If you have 21 million of anything, it's probably very cheap to pick one up. Real rarity adds value, and nobody would pay anything near $1 million for a lot of many rare pieces of art that are unique because it's also subjective. Invest your money into what you value, and if that's yourself, just enjoy your time. Taxes and paperwork for the consumer. Innovation destroying regulation for the producer, so that it can fall under the purview of the Commodities and Futures Trading Corporation (CFTC), a self-regulatory organization that indeed is not regulated by nor beholden to governmental regulators. I'm guessing it's done that way to facilitate specific market strategies with broad geopolitical significance that would require that sort of black box controlled regulatory environment in order to be successful. You can kind of see the outcomes. Project owners don't list as a security and follow guidelines so they can make more money. Well, the end result is costly litigation and delisting, which causes your investors to take a hit. If more communities arose from utility instead of purely store of value, this would be a fairly moot point. Just read that a project did register with the SEC and it took 960-ish days and 2 million. That was for probably a small project. Each is different, and so the costs could be significantly higher. Is Bitcoin and Dogecoin at risk of being a security? DeFi deregulated finance was the buy-in for cryptocurrency. 'Cause GG. What we should work towards is abolishing the SEC and the CFTC. X200B. Instead of worrying about which bullshit agency is better for crypto, they should both be abolished and replaced with nothing. Are Pokemon cards securities? If you make a Pokemon card NFT, is it a security or a commodity? From my understanding, you can't buy things with a security. How TF would Bitcoin or Ethereum register as a security? It makes no sense. GG is missing the point entirely. With the internet being what it is nowadays, you cannot prevent anyone from owning, buying or trading cryptocurrency any more than you can stop me from doing so with a couch. The government wants their cut. That's all this is. Things are gonna get weird, that's for sure. Commodities are subject to less regulation. The commodity itself, say, cows, are often very lightly regulated. It's derivatives such as futures that are regulated by the CFTC. Well, in my country, cryptos are recognized as digital assets. They are neither securities nor commodity. The legal framework for cryptos is quite vague. The legal restriction is somehow between securities and commodity. What if? Hear me out. In keeping with the cypherpunk origins and entire purpose of crypto, say you don't need to care what a fickle, unelected government bureaucracy thinks about your cryptocurrency. If tomorrow they say it's a security or banned or allowed or dangerous or safe or whatever, do you care? Does it matter? TikTok, next block. Essentially, as far as the USA is concerned, securities need to be registered with the SEC, otherwise it's illegal to trade them. Furthermore, each exchange that trades them needs to be registered with the SEC, and they need to do due diligence on their users' KYC, AML and tax registrations. That's already bad enough in itself as it's a restriction of privacy, but the worst is that the SEC refuses to hand out any licenses or regulation at all, so it's saying you have to do this, but then preventing you from doing it. Essentially saying crypto is illegal in the USA in a roundabout way.